Thank you to all of you for being here today. Isn't it a glorious day on the Colorado River? You know, it's just an incredible thing to see. I mean, we are now witnessing right here about 750 cubic feet of water per second gushing out into the river. In about 30 minutes, we'll open up 2 more tubes, and that'll get up to about 1,500 CFS. And ultimately, we'll be at about 4,200 CFS combined flow that we're releasing from here, as well as what's coming from the dam.
The Colorado River would be naturally very muddy. You'll be carrying sediment down, historically, but the dams have stopped that and turned the water clear and cold. So now what we do is we wait till sediment comes in from the side canyons, piles up, and then by cranking open these valves, you push all of that sediment down the valley. That's what's happening right now. It's going to happen over the next 48 hours as this runs. So without this kind of sediment, all the beaches erode, and it exposes archaeological sites. It eliminates habitat for birds and wildlife, and it eliminates beaches for our river raptors. So when you pour all of this water down, at the same time it piles the sand back up on the beaches again. And so you basically restore the Grand Canyon through this effort.
I think what we will do is we'll be able to show the world that the management of our scarce resources on the Colorado River are the way to manage a river that is oversubscribed like the Colorado River is, but which is such an enormous, powerful economic and environmental tool for America.
The National Park Service manages 9 national parks along the Colorado River and its tributaries, from Rocky Mountain National Park to Lake Mead National Recreation Area. And so the Colorado River feeds through all of those, and it's incredibly important from a resource, from a cultural standpoint, from a recreation, from an economic standpoint, to all of the states up and down the Colorado. The Colorado is obviously very important for water, for power, for irrigation, for potable systems throughout the cities, but it's also a lifeline of recreation and wildlife habitat and fisheries as well. And this is a great act to balance those needs and really demonstrate that we can all come together and achieve that.
You know, it's a new era on the Colorado River in many ways.
We'll see results almost immediately.
It'll be good for lake levels in Lake Mead and Lake Powell, as well as for water supplies both here and in Mexico, as well as for environmental values that are at stake.
You have the Glen Canyon Dam right behind you with all of that power and water behind it.
Very, very powerful, very beautiful.
What we're doing at this moment is we're bypassing the turbines and letting it come out these big tubes, and it's essentially like a giant fire hose that are pouring out into the canyon and just piling up a giant whitewater with waves even going upstream, and pretty soon you're going to just see all of that rush down the canyon.
The beaches and the wildlife downstream of Glen Canyon will have the sedimentation that they need to be able to thrive. And so people who will come here, your children and your children's children, will be able to see part of the great creation right here in the Colorado River.